everybody. Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports in the show, Steel City Live. I'm your host, Jason. Welcome back again, everybody. I appreciate you for stopping through. Let's get things kicked off. What's up, Miss Pittsburgh? Joshua Shields in the house, 24K. What's up, guys? How are you tonight? We're going to dive into some Steeler news, talk a little bit about this Cam Sutton thing. We won't avoid that issue. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the new hire, the secondary coach. We'll talk about maybe Mason's farewell send-off and just how it came off. And I thought it come off pretty well compared to one Kenny Pickett. So we'll dive into all that kind of stuff. We'll talk about anything else you guys really want to talk about. Again, welcome to the show, Steel City Live. I'm Jason, and make sure you hit that like button before you get in the chat, or while you're in the chat, hitting those three little white dots. But we're going to get the show cranking along as usual. If you guys have anything you want to put in the chat, you are more than welcome to put it in there, and we'll get things fired up. Let's talk about first that secondary coach hire. I do want to talk about that, guys. That was Midget. What's his name? Yeah. Anthony Midget. I couldn't remember his name there for a second, but the Steelers hire him. He's going to be the assistant secondary coach. So I just want to really emphasize, I think, how important this stuff is for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, man. They are bringing in coaches like every direction, it seems like. I don't know. They're just bringing in people. It seems like they have more. Maybe they don't. It just seems different, though. It just from the outsider's point of view, it just seems a little bit different in that the Pittsburgh Steelers are really making a conscious effort here, guys. I think so, anyway. I'm not sure what you guys think about it, but I just think it's quality, man. This guy has NFL experience. He never really got to play much, but, you know, he's been through the ranks. High school, college, pro. I think that means something. A guy that's been around the block a time or two, man. You know, he'll have respect from others inside of that or inside of his room, that secondary room. And you're dealing with guys like you have mega superstars in there, like a Minka Fitzpatrick, Joey Porter Jr., a budding superstar. You know, you have guys like that in there, and I think they'll respect a guy like him. All right, let's get a couple things. What's up, 24K? What's up, Justin Menike? What's up, my friend? We're getting things moving here, guys. As usual, we're talking about this secondary coach hire. I'm getting my liquid IV fired up. Hope everybody is well today. That's pretty cool. I love the emojis all the time from Miss Pittsburgh. She always throws them up there. But yeah, man, this is pretty cool when you shake this up, get all the bubbles in there. It's liquid IV. Keeps you hydrated, man. It is definitely a must during the show here. Definitely. You have to have it. Hopefully, you know, I'm going to curb back on the candies. I had a guy tell me that it's probably not as professional the more people we get. So I'm going to curb back on it a little bit. You're welcome, Miss Pittsburgh. I always enjoy you. But I'm going to curb back on it a little bit. I'm going to eat just little pieces at a time. That way I'm not talking to you guys with my mouth full, because that is kind of disrespectful to you guys, and I want to apologize for that. I just get into it, man. I get into the show. I get into being comfortable with you guys. I just start eating candy. We start bullshitting. It's kind of cool, you know. I feel like it's not a show that we're doing. It's more of like we're hanging out down the bar or something, just bullshitting about the Steelers and the NFL and that kind of thing, you know. That's where I'm getting with it, so... But anyway, guys, the hiring of this guy, Midget, I think you would say Medget is how you would probably pronounce it, not Midget. But anyway, he was with us. He had stints with Virginia Tech, Georgia State, Penn State. He was on the Texans staff. He was on the Titans staff. And I believe he was on the Titans staff when Arthur Smith was there. So I think there is some sort of connection there too, guys. So that could be cool. So there's a little bit of familiarity there, maybe. Again, he was picked by the Falcons. He spent time with the Bucks. So, you know, I think this guy could be cool. He's going to be under Grady Brown, you know, our secondary coach. Terrell Austin is our defensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. But Grady Brown is that secondary's coach, and he is going to assist him. So I don't know. I just really am fired up about these coaching hires. And I know maybe everybody might not be, but man, I just really am. It's just showing me a level of commitment from this team. And maybe showing me a little deeper look into it a little bit. And it's not just the same old Steelers. This offseason has been a little bit different, man. And it's starting to just show, and it's starting to rub off on me, a guy always looking at it every day, as you guys do all the time. We're always looking at this, and it's just starting to rub off on me a little bit, seeing how that Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin too. I'm not discounting Mike Tomlin because I give credit when credit is due, and I feel like Mike Tomlin is making moves, bringing in coaches that are from outside of the organization, not bringing in, oh, we're going to promote this guy that was the towel boy last year, we're going to promote him to secondary coach this year. He's not doing that any longer, not promoting from within. He's appearing in this season anyway to be bringing those fresh faces in, and I think that that definitely is going to mean something for us, man. Definitely so. Hopefully the mic's a little bit better. I did play with it. I think it got to be away from me a little bit more. Whenever I get animated, as you all know, and whenever I speak loudly, I think it's sometimes that's what causes the little bit of static or a little bit of chippiness sometimes with the new mic. So I'll try not to yell as much. 24K, we're going to all chip in and buy Jason some gas X for his dog. Yeah, I don't know. Is she here tonight? So far, so good, guys. She stayed upstairs. She didn't follow me down, and I was doing some things. I had to switch some clothes around, all that kind of stuff, and she usually follows me down here. So thankfully, she didn't. So thank God. Thank you. And we'll see if she decides to come down here and shit her pants the whole night. We'll see how that goes. I do got to have a little piece of candy though. Forgive me. Rob West, hello from Pennsylvania. Hello, man. What part of Pennsylvania you from, Rob? I'm from Pennsylvania originally. Live right on the border now, West Virginia and Pennsylvania. So, but I'm a transplant where I live. So, I'm from southwestern Pennsylvania in a county called Fayette, a little bit outside of Pittsburgh. So, not too far from you, probably. Unless you're near Philadelphia, then you're on the other end. All right, guys, let's get cranking along here on Steel City Live. Don't forget to hit that like button as we move through the show. We'll continue probably for about an hour tonight. We'll see how things go, see how the conversation goes. But make sure you're putting your Steelers comments in there. Let me know what you think about maybe this Cameron Sutton situation that went down. The Detroit Lions did release Cameron Sutton. I also want to talk about Dan Moore Jr. possibly being trade bait right now. In the pursuit of one of these bigger name wide receivers. I had seen some rumors on that. I'm not sure if that will happen or not, but, it's a possibility. But Dan Moore Jr., the guy that played left tackle last year, it appears that Broderick Jones will slide over to the left tackle spot. But is Dan Moore Jr. a guy that can be replaced, a guy that we should let go right now if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers? Are you confident enough in what you're going to be able to bring in there to replace that? That's the biggest thing. Let's go Steelers Nation, Miss Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I got to hand it to you. You're probably the number one Steelers fan, man. You are all about it, and I love it. I love every bit of it. You definitely are. You're probably the number one fan. We're going to take over a game one time, guys. Mic Drop Mafia. We're going to go down there, and we're going to get a section. Next year, we got to do it. We're going to do it when it's a little bit warmer, though. Maybe we should do it when it's ice cold, though. Do the real freaking experience, But we need to, man. We need to put up like a sign-up sheet, go down there, tailgate our ass off, have a blast, have all the people from the channel that you don't ever see just going crazy and throw a party. That'd be really cool. 24K says Mason Rudolph is a total class act. Sean said that would be so fun. I think it would be too, Sean. Freeze me out. Yeah, your Hawaii ass would be cold as hell up here in the Berg, boy. Especially in wintertime whenever it's negative degrees. I went to the AFC Championship game versus the Jets, guys, and it was so damn cold. Man, I never sat down. We had seats, paid like $800 a freaking pop for them, or for two of them. It was ridiculous what we paid. It was insanity. But I remember, man, I was standing in the rotunda down there by where Wiz Khalifa was performing that night. It was crazy. It was nuts. The Jets fans were crazy. It was a wild environment, but man, I don't think I've ever been that cold in my entire life. There was only one other game that I was super cold like that, and it was against the Bengals, and it was like one of those seasons and toward the end of the year to where it really didn't matter. The Steelers were out of the playoffs. the only people were going to the games were people that were real fans, man. It wasn't no bandwagon people that only go whenever it's when they're doing good and they're like 12-5 or whatever, finishing that, making the playoffs, doing really good. Not those types of fans. This was like hardcore people at that one, and man, they were giving away free hot chocolate at halftime. I told my wife, I was like, "Let's go." I ended up going to the casino and watching the game on the little casino screens, What's up, D? D in the house. Miss Pittsburgh, I am a number one Steeler fan. I got a helmet on my forearm. Troy Polamalu, 43, say number one fan. Nice, nice. You even got the tats. That's sick, man. Miss Pittsburgh is going hard on the Steelers. That's cool. Uh, G Stacks, what's up, my friend? Cam Sutton got released by Detroit. Yes, he did. Cam Sutton, guys, this is an interesting situation. And let's just not even avoid it anymore. Let's just talk about it. We will talk about the Dan Moore shit, possibly being the, trade bait. Maybe. It's just a rumor, too. But let's talk about this Cameron Sutton stuff, man. I don't agree with what he's been charged with, but everybody is innocent until they're proven guilty. Ronan, one of those guys that comes in, he's a subscriber. He talks here in the chat. He has the little North Carolina helmet or little mascot guy as his profile picture. He had mentioned earlier that Cam Sutton went there because he had, probably a big bag. But I was watching another one of these shows, and Ramon Foster had said, or DK, one of them, I was watching that show earlier, and they had said Cam went there because he wanted to be closer to the mother of his children in Detroit. And yes, they did pay him handsomely. 3 years, $39 million. They paid him handsomely, but supposedly he wanted to be closer to his kids, which I don't blame the man. Everybody wants to be closer to their kids. But that is like supposedly the lady that is his fiance now, or girlfriend, fiance, but the mother of his children, and supposedly that is whom this incident took place with on March 7th. So the Hillsborough police in Florida, Hillsborough, I believe it's the county, it's the sheriff's department, is actively searching for Cam Sutton. And this could get messy. That's a dangerous situation when you're on the run from the police. According to the police, Cameron Sutton has shut his phone off. Nobody is able to track his device. He left his vehicles, his house, all his shit. He just rolled. So Cameron Sutton does right now currently have an arrest warrant issued. Again, innocent until proven guilty, but here on Mike Drop Sports, I can say this definitively, and I don't care whoever takes it the wrong way about people being innocent until proven guilty. That shit don't fly with me. I think you're a piece of shit if you beat up on chicks. That's just my thing, man. I'm not down for it. You're a grown man. If a woman hits you, you should be man enough to walk your ass away. You shouldn't retaliate. I'm sorry. Yes, there are some women that can fight, dude. There are definitely are. But you're a man. You should have more respect for women and not beat up on women, man. And this is not just your average domestic violence charge. This is by strangulation. This is, you're strangling somebody. That's like attempted type, like I'm going to kick your ass and kill you type deal, That's not cool, man. And I have to get that out there. I ain't down for that at all. So we'll see. Let's see what everybody else has that's what they all think about it. So put it in the chat what you guys think. 24K should be no tolerance policy on domestic violence in the NFL or anywhere. Absolutely, guys. And you've seen situations like Ray Rice when he knocked out his wife, which was complete dirtbag shit, dude. Dirtbag shit. And I'm sorry, it is. And I think you should lose your privilege to play in the NFL at least for a couple seasons or a season or two until you've went through some extensive rehabilitation and really figured out yourself, because you have some real issues. And this gives the NFL bad name, and the NFL will not tolerate it. And I think the NFL will act quickly. Now, each team has their own investigator, guys. That's a known thing throughout the NFL. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but the NFL, each team has like their own investigator type guy. They're all like part of like I don't know, you might call them like NFL police type shit or something, Oh, excuse me, guys. I got to quit cussing because we are on a monetized channel, so I don't want to get it demonetized. But anyway, man, Yeah, so each one has their own investigator, and they'll do their own investigations. And for the for the Detroit Lions to act so swiftly and release Cameron Sutton, there is some serious issues going on here. Usually, a team will stand behind them just a little bit and to gather the information and go through the process. But this happened on March 7th, and now you're looking at Cameron Sutton being released from the Detroit Lions without a job, on the run from the police, and how quickly can life change? This is one of those situations that shows you that one wrong move, one wrong action, one lapse in judgment can change your life completely. And do I feel bad for Cam Sutton? No, I don't, and I won't act like I do, because if you beat up a chick, I don't feel bad for you, man. I just don't. So there will be some guys that apologize maybe for him or something and say like he was really well behaved, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. The minute you laid your hands on somebody and tried to strangle them, and they were a woman and they are the mother of your children, you deserve what you have coming to you. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. All right, let's get to some more comments. Wow, I'm just hearing about this. This is from G Stacks. Yeah, it's kind of crazy situation. Miss Pittsburgh. Yes, that's so true. He needs to turn himself in. Absolutely. Face it like a man. You weren't a man in the situation when you did the act. If you did, you weren't a man. You ran from it. And then you ran from it, which makes you even less of a man, in my opinion. That's all. I can tolerate a lot of things, dude. Everybody makes mistakes, man. Everybody. Many situations you can forgive people, but those are one of those things like, why? Why would I forgive you for beating up the mother of your children to boot? Sean, I remember seeing that video of Ray Rice, and I literally felt sick after watching it. Me too, Sean. It's just one of those things that just does not go with me, man. I hate it. G Stacks, domestic violence is not cool. Cam seemed like a good guy. Just isn't put. You just can't put your hands on a woman. Absolutely not. And he did seem like a good guy. Very quiet, very soft spoken. Seemed like a good locker room guy. Seemed like a guy that you could be cool with. A guy you could go sit down and have a beer with and hang out with. But man, the minute you do these types of things, you totally ruin your life, and especially if you're a public figure, which he is, in the city of Detroit, in Pittsburgh, in Tennessee, where he went to college. These towns, these cities that he's been involved with are all have been touched by him. All remember him, and he's still, even if he isn't in that city, is still a public figure there. You got to watch yourself, man. David, I agree. Just walk away, and it never goes good for the man. It doesn't. You're not going to have any quality outcome out of it. You can stand there and argue like a fool, but I kind of got a rule, man. My wife and I will scream and yell, man. It is what it is. But when it gets to the point that you're like pissed, just leave, dude. And this goes for all dudes out there. Just leave. Come back another time. Revisit that shit. Don't stay around, man. Just leave. TJ Black, it's crazy how former Steelers go crazy. Yeah, it seems as such anymore. It does, TJ. I got to meet Bubby Brister today. Super nice guy. Awesome, dude. Bubby Brister, if anybody doesn't know, Bubby Brister works for D's company. He just recently started working there not long ago. And D had told us about it. So he actually got to meet Bubby Brister. Bubby Brister, former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, number 6 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, ladies and gentlemen. Under Chuck Noll, Bubby had a hell of an arm. Now D works with him. That's pretty cool, D. Maybe you can get some cool stories from old Bubby. EBJ19, what do you think about the Pitt free agency? I think it's pretty good, man. I think so far so good. We'll see. They still have some major holes, EB, to fill here, and we got to figure that out really quickly. Hey, D, why don't you get Bubby Brister to get a brother an interview, D? Hook a brother up. I know you can do it, D. Sleeping Lady, felony assault not going to fly in the NFL. No, no. Definitely not. It's not going to fly, man. TJ Black, I'm not defending him, but he is innocent until proven guilty. For all we know, it could be false. If he is, deserves the worst that comes to you. Absolutely. You're innocent until proven guilty. I believe in the justice system. Even if it doesn't work out in your favor, I still believe in it because it's designed to do that. We'll see how it goes. But damn, man, you wouldn't be on the run if you were that innocent. In my eyes, maybe he is, and I hope he is. I hope he didn't do it, man. I hope to God he didn't do it. 24K. Unfortunately, these famous people get to the point where they feel like they are untouchable and the rules don't apply to them. Absolutely, guys. These egos get to people. Money changes you, guys. It does. Fame changes you. Um, you have to watch that. I've never been in that situation. I don't know if any of you have ever been in that situation, but fame can change you in ways you don't want it to change you. Money can change you in ways you don't want it to change you. I've had lots and lots of money. I've had no money. I've been poor as dirt. But still, when you have that money, sometimes it does make you think a little bit different. You do start to walk and talk a little bit different. You have to catch your damn self sometimes. And that is a problem. And these guys definitely they need some guidance, especially really young men coming into tons of money, guys. Uh, they feel that they are untouchable. They definitely do, and it's just natural that they start to feel like that. But they have to have good support systems around them that aren't yes men, yes ma'am, yes ma'am type people. Like you need somebody to reel you in at times. That's definitely how it needs to go. Let's say tell that to Ray Rice. Yeah, no doubt, man. That was a bad situation. Bad situation. Beer Malls, I love Bill Burr. Yeah, the new punter looks like Bill Burr, guys. Ain't that some craziness? Who is Cam Sutton? Cam Sutton is a former Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback. He was drafted from the University of Tennessee. He spent his first like 5 years, 6 years or so, 5 years, I think, with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Decided to test free agency. The Detroit Lions offered him $39 million for 3 years. He ended up in Detroit, and now that's the person that we're talking about, VYBR8. I'll try to work up the courage to ask him. He seems like he would give you the shirt off his back. D, just give him my phone number. You email me, I'll email you my phone number back. You give him my phone number, I'll ask him, brother. Miss Pittsburgh, it must have been something awfully bad. It had to have been. But we had to talk about it. We had to bring it up. I know some people may shy away from that stuff, but we got to talk about all the truth. We got to talk about the real stuff going on, and that's just a situation that's a touchy one. Nathaniel Sampson, what's up, my friend? Do you think the Steelers will release Russ? I read a couple of articles, and they are saying they might do it. I think the Steelers will be better to have Russ to teach Fields. What is your opinion? My opinion is absolutely do not release Russell Wilson. You have him on a $1.2 million deal, and he ain't going nowhere. Don't release that guy. You have him way too cheap, and you're exactly right, Nathaniel. You need that veteran presence in there because Justin Fields has never got that tutelage. He's never got to be taught by somebody. He's never got that chance to just develop and be slow at it and just work at his craft and have a guy that has been through it all, a guy that has been to the mountaintop, man. You got to have that. And I think that the best thing ever for Justin Fields, the best thing that could ever have happened to him is to be around a veteran quarterback. Russ is that. And go to an organization like the Steelers that seem to be pretty steady most of the time, that are going to give you a chance at least. And I think Justin Fields will blossom into something special if he has that. But he has a lot of deficiencies that he has to figure out, and he needs this time to not have the franchise on his shoulders and have to perform at a high level, or it's like the Boo Birds are coming out. Now, city of Pittsburgh, you will catch the Boo Birds, dude. That ain't no doubt about it. But maybe if he has a little bit of time to develop here, he can get some things straightened up. Farming, let rip, buddy. I mean, really. Hold on. Let me remove this dude. There we go. Goodbye, my friend. Danny B, you look like you play guitar. No, never. Never, my friend. TJ Black, maybe Sutton is scared that EI has no shot to win the case because of today's gender equality. But if you putting your hands on women, no offense, your mama didn't raise you right. Yep, absolutely. I can't argue with you. Maybe he is, man. And maybe he is. Maybe he thought to himself, like, we know how the authorities are, guys. We know how they treat men of color, first of all. And that's not a joke. I'm a white guy, and I'm telling you that. I do think that sometimes it goes a little bit too far. But there are guys, too, like Cam, that may be just scared, that may just say to themselves, shit, damn, dude, I got to roll, man. I'm never going to win this. They're never going to believe me. And he just runs. Maybe that is it. And maybe he has no one in his corner that says, like, that talks sense to him, you know? I just think that sometimes our justice system is screwed up in ways, but it's set up to be fair. It definitely is. I don't like talking politics and all that stuff, but definitely I think it is set up to be fair. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this all plays out, you know? Let's go Steelers, beer malls. Yeah, I think it's a media drama. I've been hearing that also about releasing Russ. Don't think it's going to happen. I don't think so either, man. I think it'll be good. Tyrone Jones, I got a serious question. If a biological woman that looks like Rosie O'Donnell charges, what then? That's different, Tyrone. I'm not saying you pound on this chick, but you could subdue her, keep her back, and then try to get away. I'm not saying you go out and swing on. I don't think you should. Now, if they're injuring you and causing bodily harm and you have to defend yourself, that's a different situation. This is this guy's baby's mother, man. His children's mother. And, you know, there's no excuse for that. Get away. Call the police, man. Let them sort it out. Just let it play out some other way. Bro, what happened with your what? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. 24K. Hey, D, did you see that Mason posted on his Twitter? Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, 24K. I want to bring that up. Thanks, football legend. Filbert, Kevin Filbert, Rosie 2. G Stacks, James Pierre just signed a 1-year deal with the Washington Commanders. James Pierre. That's interesting. You know, he isn't. I mean, when he's with the Steelers, I didn't think he was horrible. Yep, JM1, Cam Sutton. Situation is crazy. Is unacceptable. Absolutely, domestic violence is unacceptable. We love the Steelers too, football legend. Let's talk about that goodbye tweet from one Mason Rudolph, guys. I gotta hand it to the guy. I can guarantee he wrote that. He is a humble dude, and I gotta give it to him. He really was sincere with it. Definitely was, and I gotta commend him with what he said. I just thought it was solid. I'm gonna bring it up here. I don't remember exactly what it is or what he exactly said, but it was definitely good. I liked it. I just got to say the Titans got a good one. Tweet to Steelers fans. Let's see if I can get it up real quick, and then we'll right here. We'll read it out. Football legend of the Steelers, Justin Jefferson just signed with the Bengals. Are you serious? Dude, that's trouble for the Steelers, bro. How are they going to afford Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow? I'd love to know that. Let's read this Mason article. Well, no, we gotta look at this. We'll come back to the Mason thing. NFL. We got to come back to it. I got to look this up. This is crazy. Let's see. Justin Jefferson. Let's see, guys. This is absolutely insane if that's the truth, because that makes the Bengals very good. Very good, very quickly. I don't see it anywhere, man. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it. Maybe that's bad news. We'll see. I hate that if it is. Don't give us false stuff. We'll try to find it with the Bengals. Let's see if we can find it, guys. We'll try. All right, Justin Jefferson, blah, blah, blah. Ethan, what is the best team that you think about? No, Ethan. JM1, bittersweet on Mason. Wish we gave him a better. Yeah, me too, JM1, no doubt. Aiden Ferris, do you have any 10x6? All right. Football legend, I can't believe that. All right. Let's see. Football legend, I can't believe that the Patriots traded Mac Jones to the Jags. Yeah, that is true too. I can. I just don't think he's going to be any good. Bengals rumors signing Trent Brown, Justin Jefferson to Cincinnati Bengals. No, not yet. I think that was a lie. I think that was false information. What's good, Jonathan? Hello, you can stay in the NFC. That's from Beer Malls. Football legend, do you miss Roethlisberger? I miss young Ben Roethlisberger. I don't miss old Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah. LeBron, the best football player. Yeah, there you go, Big Thirsty. You must be thirsty. Marcus Strickland, do I need to pray for the soul of the? I don't know. Come on, man. We get some dumb comments sometimes from people that are just on here to just like troll you. You know, they clog the chat up sometimes. All right, guys, let's get back to the Mason thing since we got some false Justin Jefferson rumors. If anybody else can find it, let me know. I'd be really interested in that. But one thing about Mason's farewell speech, he didn't say anything about Mike Tomlin. So let's read it to you. We'll block that. All right. For the past 6 years, it's been a privilege to be a part of the Pittsburgh community and represent the Pittsburgh Steelers. To my teammates, coaches, staff, Art Rooney, and the Rooney family, Thomas Tall, Larry Paul, and the rest of the Steelers organization, thank you for changing my life forever 6 years ago when you gave me the opportunity to wear the black and gold. To the fans, your love and passion for the team is what makes it so special to play here. I will never forget playing in front of you one final time this past December. All the best, Mason Rudolph. Class act, guys. That was much better than Kenny's Go Birds. Quit whining, KP. Kitten Mittens. Like, quit whining. That's what you should have said. Be a pro, dude. Be a pro. I did see the Bengals got like two players like 6'7" and 380 on their O line to protect Burrow. Yeah, they did get some monsters. Do you think there will be competition in Tennessee, or do you think Mason's chance to compete for QB1 are gone for good? I think he got a chance. Will Levis is the real deal, dude. I think so, but I think he still needs some time to develop. I definitely think he has the intangibles. I think he needs to quit trying to be. Uh, Will plays that. He plays in a way like almost where he's doing too much, man. Sometimes. I can't put my finger on exactly what he's doing wrong, but he definitely tries just to be too much. He plays outside of himself sometimes. And I think once he can reel himself in and maybe looking at a guy like Mason that's learned to develop himself inside of the pocket a little bit, a guy that had some poise last season, a guy that's going to take that to Tennessee, a guy that's been in the NFL for 6 years inside of that quarterback room now. That's not named Ryan Tannehill. That's not going to be like super aggressive with him because you're afraid of taking him his job or something. Mason's coming in there. Mason's a humble guy. Mason's going to be a good teammate. And I think that that could be the best thing for him. But I think Mason definitely has a chance. In all fairness, I've asked like 50 people, and you're the only one to not ignore me. So it earns a follow. Marcus Strickland. Oh, okay. Thank you, buddy. Beer Malls. Not sure if they are. Oh man, sorry guys. The chat went scrolled down. When it gets busy, the chat scrolls down. Football legend. That was a smart trade by the Jaguars. Now the Jags have a 115 pick if Trevor gets hurt. Yeah, there you go. Sleeping Lady. Bengals go hard on offense and don't match up on defense with the likes of the Steelers and Ravens and Browns. No, guys, let's face the facts. If you're going to play AFC North football, you got to have an aggressive defense. The Browns have a good defense. The Bengals have a good defense, or the Ravens have a good defense. The Steelers, I think, will have a better defense this offseason or next season. I think that they will definitely improve on what they had. I feel like they would have had a really elite defense if they could have remained healthy last year. And I think they've made some good additions. I think adding that cornerback from Carolina, Dante Jackson, was a good move. I don't think he's going to be bad. He's quick. I like JPJ in year two. I like Minkah Fitzpatrick rebounding from an injury-riddled 2023 season. I like Cam Hayward maybe coming back and being better. I like a second-year Keanu Benton. TJ Watt is TJ Watt. Alex Highsmith is a good ball player. I want to see a year two Nick Herbig. Then you add in guys like a Patrick Queen, at a position that you've struggled at and that you've had to hide the deficiencies. You had a Landon Roberts who played really, really well, beat up, carrying the whole inside linebacker room when you had injuries to Cole Holcomb and Quan Alexander. I felt like a Landon Roberts stepped up as the true leader of that room, and I think that that is going to be awesome to team those two up, Patrick Queen and a Landon Roberts. I think that just adds another layer to this defense that was already pretty good. I just think that it's going to be a special thing. We'll see how that goes. Beer Malls, okay, Miss Berg, that may be one of the new online players. Okay, I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Ready for Justin Fields? Yes, I am. King Kinkle or King Hinkle. Sorry. Farmer Junior 81. Mason is going to shock everyone and show his true talent. I think he's going to do well. At least I hope so. King Kinkle, thoughts on the Texans? I think the Texans have Stroud, and he's the real deal. And I got to say, I never thought CJ Stroud was going to play the way he did. We'll see if it wasn't a fluke. I don't think it will be. I think he showed great poise for his first year. I thought he really played well and gave that team a chance and was the reason that team made it to where they did. CJ Stroud is the real deal, guys, for sure. And we'll see how those guys add up with Will Allen and all the, or Will Anderson and all those guys. I wish that the Pats got Justin Fields. Why, Football Legends, is that your team? Carlos, Mason isn't even a top 15 backup. Let's settle down. I think you're wrong, man. I just think he's never gotten a chance. And when he played last year, he was statistically the best quarterback in the entire NFL. I mean, and that was the most pivotal part of the season, Carlos. You're playing for playoff positioning. You're playing for playoff berths at that time. And Mason Rudolph shined above all other quarterbacks in the entire NFL. And you're talking Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Mason Rudolph was the cream of the crop during that critical portion of the season. And that says something to me. He had the ability to stand in the pocket and wasn't afraid to be the guy, man. And that's special. That's definitely special. We got to give him at least that credit. Do you live in Pittsburgh? No, I don't live too far from it, though. Camp Smith, bro, the AFC West is stacked. What do you think? Oh, definitely, man. It's stacked up out there. There's some good players, man. Definite good players. I still think the AFC North, pound for pound, is the most aggressive and difficult division. But any division with Patrick Mahomes in it is pretty much, going to rise to the cream or rise to the top. Farmer Junior 81, if we got to give up a first rounder to get a big name wide receiver, then we should have just kept Deontay. Deontay ain't a big name wide receiver, in my opinion. When you quit on plays, when you're not giving 100%, I just don't got no use for you. You can't be elite. That isn't elite to me. Elite is a guy that comes in and busts his butt every day. A guy that comes in and never quits on any plays, man. A guy that never gives up on his teammates. When you stand there and you watch plays go on and you're walking off the field because you're pissed off, you got issues, man. And that's a problem. And it's a definite issue. And Deontay Johnson has to figure that out if he wants to make it to the elite level. I'm sorry. I don't make the excuses that all these media people that you're used to hearing, guys, that say, diva wide receivers, it's just their personality, it's just the position. Bull. That's stupid. That is the stupidest thing to say. Literally, it's so dumb. But anyway, we'll keep on moving. I miss Brady and the old school Patriots. Yeah, man, they were pretty good. Tyron Johnson, what's good? What's up, buddy? Farmer Jr., KZ, don't forget KZ. Yeah, KZ's a ball player, man. We'll see how he goes next year. I like KZ. I definitely do. I don't know who you are. TYB 35, Camp Smith outside of the Chiefs and the Chargers, who's impressive. I think the division's got some players in it, man. The Raiders got some players. They've just been misguided in management and coaching and things like that. There's definite players there. I still think the AFC North is the better division, all in all, just because of competition. OS, I do not see why the Steelers don't want a 5-year option for Fields. Don't we want to build a long-term quarterback? Yeah, but you haven't seen that Fields deserves it. That's $20-some million, like $26 million. I think they need to rework something out before May 2 here and try to figure out something different, a different type of contract for him. And if they pick it up, okay, the quarterback room's still cheap, but we'll see how that goes. That we're not saying that they necessarily won't pick it up yet, OS. They just haven't decided yet exactly. They haven't told us all publicly. They aren't going to tell us their plans. We'll see when it happens. But I guarantee there's definite discussions on, hey, man, if we still pick this up, our quarterback room's still going to be cheap. Even if we bring in, an older guy to play the third and just make Justin your concessions plan to Russ next year. That's the thing. This is going to be a lot of contingency on how Russell Wilson performs next year, but you're not going to have the luxury of seeing it. That's going to be it. I'm from West Virginia. Roberts was good, but we were banged up. Yeah, we were banged up bad. You guys see Cole Holcomb's workout video? He's ready. I have it. Say it again. I'm not sure. Draft inside linebacker at 20. Nah, Tyrone. I ain't on board with that. I think you got to go right tackle or center, man. That's your two most important pieces in my eyes. That's where I think they got to go. If they get a cornerback or a big name wide receiver, I wouldn't hate that either. But I still think you got to focus on that offensive line a little bit more. Farmer Jr., I really hope Warren can repeat the level he played at last year. Me too, man. I thought Jalen Warren shined. I really do. Yeah, we do, Landon. We do have Justin Fields. He was otherworldly at times. Absolutely. He was a home run hitter from any point on the field, man. JM1, your point, you're on point, Mike. We need all our defenders healthy down the stretch. Last few years, not so much, unfortunately. Yeah, guys, you can't have an offense like we've had, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. You have to control the time of possession. That's how you keep your defense healthy. That's how you grind other teams down. Time of possession, keeping your defense off the field, allowing them to be fresh, and when they come in to make splash plays, that's how you're successful. That's the recipe for success. Everybody wants to see this glitz and glamour of these big, quick touchdowns. Boom, 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 we're putting them up. Yeah, but you got to have the clock control too. You got to play the game. You got to play all phases of the game. It's not just all about scoring. And I know the NFL has scoring as the number one priority, which I think is cool, whatever. It's exciting to score. But man, the rules are geared too much for the offense. The pass interference stuff at times is ridiculous. Let them play. Defense is part of the game too. Let these guys play. Let the time of possession, the ball control, theories of the game, let that shine through a little bit, man. I like to see that kind of football a lot. I'm hoping Watt can stay healthy and injury free all season like last year. I'm hyped about the defense. Yeah, TJ Watt did remain healthy, and that was a freak accident that happened to him last year at the end in the Baltimore game, man. And he would have killed himself to be out there playing with his men on against the Buffalo Bills. And who knows, maybe it was a different outcome then because they couldn't stop a cold, man, nothing. They couldn't stop shit in that Buffalo game. That defense failed miserably. All right, guys. I got to go the whole way down, guys. My chat keeps messing up. I can't even read it. So if I missed your stuff, I'm sorry. Put it back in. Justin Meneke, do you think it's scripted for our Steelers to do bad and lose these games? Absolutely not, Justin. These people, these conspiracy theorists that preach this scripted stuff, I'm not on board with it. Maybe there's some truth behind some of the refereeing stuff, but I ain't on board with that. I have commenters. I have a short that has 150,000 views or something, like almost 150,000 views. But I get a ton of comments still about how the Steelers are so wronged, how everybody's against the Steelers in the league, like the commissioner and the refs and all that. I don't think that to be true all the time. Now, maybe here and there or something, maybe. But I don't think it's that bad. I don't think there's any script per se. Jalen Warren has always been a beast, even in college. Yeah, he's a monster, dude. 06 Steeler Nation, what do you think about adding DJ Chark or oh shoot, sorry man, I can't even read that name, to the wide receiver room? I can't pronounce his name. I know who you're talking about. I don't want to butcher it though. I love it. I mean, shit. I want to see anybody that can help. I definitely do. Later, D. See you, bye. All right, guys. Matt Burton, too many injuries from friendly fire last year. Yeah, Cole Holcomb, I think, was one. TJ, it sucks, man. Kids 18-21. What is the best QB in your team? Terry Bradshaw. He has 4 Super Bowls. Nathaniel Sampson. See ya. Oh, he's talking to D. No, he's saying, okay, you guys are talking. When you guys talk back and forth, I'm like reading them too, and I get confused sometimes. I like how you guys talk back and forth, though. That's pretty cool. Hey, Christoph, what's up, man? They don't have the money to pick up Justin Fields and Fryermuth's fifth-year option. They only have 15 million cap space. Fryermuth don't have a fifth-year option, bro. He wasn't drafted in the first round, so fifth-year options are only for players that were drafted in the first round. That is the only players that you can have fifth-year options on. Fryermuth would be you would have to extend him or sign him to a new deal totally once his expires, and that's how that would work. You could restructure Pat now in his final year. This would be year 4. This is his final year of his deal, of his rookie deal. But yeah, that doesn't come into play. Also, guys, you brought up a good point there, Chris, about the cap. It's about roughly 13-15 million dollars or so right now, I do believe, and the Steelers haven't done any type of extensions or restructures, as people call them, as of yet, which could create a hell of a lot more cap space. They haven't done that just yet, so we'll see how that all unfolds here as they move through the offseason, heading toward the draft, because you guys got to be aware, too, we'll need money for the draft picks and all that, too. TJ was only injured for 1 game, TYB 35, and that that was a freak accident, man. You can't pin that one on TJ. He was being aggressive. Somebody rolled into his leg, and it was his own teammate. Yeah, it is what it is. But he was only injured the 1 game. It just happened to be the biggest game of the year, though. Which right tackle would you like to see them pick up? Mims, probably. That's probably the most realistic pick there, because that's probably who's going to be available to you. Yeah, I have tons. Kids 18-21. I have a bunch, man. Najee Harris. We have a TJ Watt signed authentic Steeler jersey hanging on my son's wall. We have a bunch of stuff. I have a ton of. We have these autographed footballs that we get at training camp that they charge a gazillion dollars for, but you take them and you take your marker and you go get them to sign. We got all types of signatures on there. TJ's, Highsmiths, Najee's, all pretty much everybody that's on the team right now. We have their signature plus many others. I have a Ben Roethlisberger. Well, my brother did when growing up, which I got signed for him at training camp. But it was Ben Roethlisberger and Hines Ward on an autographed football. That was like the youngest quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl at the time, and Hines Ward was the Super Bowl MVP. And those are the only 2 signatures on that football. I'm not sure if he still has it or not. I'll have to ask him. Football legend. I have a Ben Roethlisberger PSA 10 rookie card. I have 36 graded football cards in all, and also I have a Joe Montana autograph game used jersey card numbered, 32 out of 50. Well, you got some good cards there, legend. Definitely. I've been thinking about getting back into the card game. I just got some Najee Harris like rookies not long ago. I got the Mac Jones rookies and just weird packs that I've gotten some other players, but it's starting to interest me again. I might get back into it. Yes, let's go with what Nathaniel Sampson said. I haven't said it in a while, and I usually do periodically through the show. Make sure you hit that like button for us here on Steel City Live as you come into the live chat. You can back out of the live chat, hit the like button, and come right back in. Or you can hit those 3 little white buttons up at the top right hand of your screen and drop down and hit that like button. But that is what helps the show a great deal. I appreciate all the super chats and stuff last night, all the gifted memberships. That was really cool. Don't forget, guys, you can become a Mic Drop member of the Mic Drop Mafia for 99 cents a month. It's pretty cool. You get all these cool badges and emojis and stuff, and also extra episodes during the season, and we're working on some other perks. But you get put into our drawings, and our next drawing is for a James Harrison framed photo from Super Bowl 43, which will be raffled off in the middle of April. And don't forget our live show on April 1st with Pittsburgh's very own Merrill Hodge. He will join me live here on Steel City Live. All right. Who do you want to win in the Super Bowl? It's over. I want the Steelers to win the Super Bowl. See, Steelers, like this video. Absolutely. Smash that like button for me, though. That really does help. Also, guys, I want to I want to thank you guys. And I know a lot of you are daily listeners that are in here right now. I want to thank you guys so much. Yesterday's daily upload reached 6,000 views yesterday. It had 4,000 views in less than 12 hours. And I got to say, that was very cool, man. And I want to thank you guys so much. That's from you guys hitting the like button, watching the content. That really helped, man. Yo, what's up? Joe Vlogs, what's up, man? How about your Lions, my friend? Aren't you you're a Lions fan, Joe? I think. I thought that was you. Mandy Lynn, thoughts on God of War? I have none. Miss Pittsburgh, wow, terrible towel. Let's go. The one that already. I didn't really care. It was a good game. I thought the 49ers went away from Christian McCaffrey a little bit too much at the end of the game. I thought they should have just rode the shit out of him and won the game. Nathaniel Sampson, have you ever thought about selling that Pickett? Nah, I don't know if it'll be worth anything. I could put it up there and see. Kenny Mittens probably don't have much value. Do you want it, Nathaniel, since he's on your team now? Thoughts on Cam Sutton? We talked about it a great deal there, Beast Tread. And it sucks for the Detroit Lions. I will say that. I felt Cam underperformed for the Lions last year. He's ranked like 107 out of a possible like 120 some quarterback or cornerbacks out of on a Pro Football Focus grades. I don't know how much stock you take into those. He had one interception, I believe. The Lions signed him to a 3-year, $39 million deal, bringing him in there, expecting high level play. I hope he does the right thing too, man. I hope he just turns himself in. I hope he didn't do anything. I hope he's just scared. That's what he's running from. I hope that's what the reason is. And I hope that he didn't do it. But if he did, he's got to man up and face the consequences. We talked about it in depth earlier. And I got to say, it's just a touchy subject. And I hope it didn't. I hope it isn't true. But if it is, he deserves everything that comes to him. Mel Mills, Calvin Austin III, yards and TD prediction. I'm not sure in an Arthur Smith offense. Last year, I thought he would have a big year, but Kenny Pickett wouldn't push the ball down the field ever. That was a weakness of his. I don't know if it was because of Matt Canada or because Kenny was too scared to turn the ball over. I don't know. But this year, I'm going to look for CA3 to have a couple tutties. I'm going to say 2 touchdowns for Calvin Austin III, which isn't much, but I look for him to have, maybe, 500 yards for the year. I think that would be fair in an Arthur Smith offense for Calvin. And if he does anything else, that would just be a bonus. Sean, nice one, brother. Cam Sutton is probably going to try to call. What'd you do, Sean? Beer Miles. Yeah, if I was around the Permani brothers, that was giving out the $25 gift cards for Kenny jerseys, I would have done it. Me too, dude. No doubt. I didn't know. I'd have took it there. Shit, I got 2 Permani brothers. I got one right down the road and one right up the road, man. One 15 minutes away, one 10 minutes away. I could go to Permani brothers all damn day. They're not as good, though. I don't think the franchise ones are as good. You got to go down to Pittsburgh, man, where the old lady is. The one downtown. Eat at the bar like the bar counter, like the old diner type counter. That's what you need to do if you want real Permani brothers. All right, let's keep on going here. See Steelers. What would you do? You are down by 14 in the Super Bowl. Right after you guys missed the field goal, you intercepted it for a pick 6. You need to run it or pass it at the yard line you have to go for 2. I don't know, man. It would just depend on how that team had played for the day. You would have to really try to figure out what stage of the game that is and how you would have to catch the other team off guard. There's too many variables in play for me to predict that. You would really have to see what has worked, through the day and how you're going to catch them off guard. That's the name of the game, man. Go for 1 point. I mean, it depends on the score. If you got to go for 1, if you got to go for 2, you got to go for it. Got to see Calvin's first TD in Vegas. That was from Mel Mills. That was a pretty cool one. Definitely was. I thought that that touchdown in Buffalo was cooler than the one that he had against the Vegas Raiders, and I know it was more exciting. The one in Vegas, that was definitely more exciting. But that one that Mason threw him in the playoff game showed a little bit more of what he could do, possibly. That was in the middle type slant little route. Boom, got him. That just showed a little different thing from Calvin that he hadn't been shown. Maybe he wasn't a one trick type pony. That's the thing. Oh Lord, oh Lord, we got an alert. We have an alert. A Nala Coco alert. That's my dog's name. She is here. We'll see if I'm gagging within the next 2 seconds. I said your KP jersey isn't worth paying the shipping cost. You ain't lying about that. Oh, Sean, I went and looked. I'll text you later. It's about the soundboard. Nathaniel Sampson. As an Eagles fan, I still want it. Maybe I'll raffle it off, Nathaniel. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that next. Maybe that'll be the next raffle. Well, it's not really a raffle. It's a giveaway. Beer malls. We got one in Erie. They weren't on board with the trade. The one of the franchise chain Permanis, though. That might have been it. It might have been only the original one downtown. Ryder and Addy. Go. What are you talking about? Pittsburgh Steelers. Vapor High. What's up? Hell yeah. I'll take it. Hey, join the Mic Drop Mafia for 99 cents a month and you'll be in the raffle. So then you got to come on the day that we give it away and get your name announced. And I'll put the name in the chat. And then you got to email the channel so I have an address to send it to. That's how that'll work. So when we do these giveaways, guys, what will happen is we'll pull a name out here. We'll write everybody that's a Mic Drop Mafia member. That's a member, not a subscribe to the channel. That you can do too. But a member, a 99 cent a month member. We'll put everybody's name in like a hat or a barrel, and we're going to put it right here in front of the camera. And I'm going to have my 9-year-old son draw it for us live here on the show, Steel City Live. And we'll pull a name, and then we'll draw it out. And whoever it was, if they ain't here, we'll put it in the chat. And then you email us at micdropsports@yahoo.com. That's the email address, guys. Don't forget to send your mailbag questions to that email address also, because we are definitely going to start doing the mailbags next week. I've gotten some great emails. I'll say that. But we are definitely going to use all your emails, man. Eventually, we'll try to. Wilson joined the team. Yeah, man. He's there, Mike. I would like to see Connor Hayward utilized in the slot. He claims there is not a linebacker in the league that can cover him, and he's too big for DBs. I think he could do good, Mel. I think he could do good. I think they need to utilize that whole tight end room. Give them those packages. Run those heavy personnel packages. I think that will make a big difference, especially with the play action game. Run a lot of play action out of it. You'll still have a wide receiver out there in George Pickens or something, You can still do some versatile things. Washington, Freiermuth, Hayward, come out in 3 tight end sets. Utilize their skill sets. Create mismatches. That is the name of the game. That picture will look nice on my wall. Sean's already claiming it. So this is the picture. That's the giveaway this month. This is the giveaway picture, guys. This is the picture for the giveaway this month. That'll be drawn on April. And I have another one I want to show you guys that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. But this is a Super Bowl 40 plaque. And it has on here the date, who they beat, everything. Says who the MVP was. It gives the playoff record, everything. So this might be one too. I haven't decided yet. But that one's another cool one. But just Steeler memorabilia, just for you guys, the fans, the real fans out there. I still can't figure out how to join. Last time I went to community and I didn't know how to after that. So what you're going to do, man, I'm going to tell you exactly how to join right here. So if you go onto the channel page, you click the icon, you're on the channel page. You'll see home, videos, shorts, live, playlists, community. Then you'll see join or subscribe above that. This is if you're on the computer. Join is what you want to hit. Hit join, and then it'll bring it up. And that's where you go to get the 99-cent membership. Now, if you're on your phone where it says home, videos, shorts, lives, playlists, community, right beside community, there will be another tab. You have to keep scrolling over. It'll say join there or memberships. That's what you hit. All right. Man United forever. Joe Vlogs. I want that Harrison picture. That sucker was huffing and puffing. Ow, yeah, no doubt, dude. It was crazy. That was one of the better plays in Super Bowl history. James Harrison, what an animal. Me too. I'm going to win that picture. That's Miss Pittsburgh. She's on it. Miss Pittsburgh gifting memberships. She was getting it out, getting everybody in the raffle. I had high hopes for Kenny, especially after preseason, so I bought one. Going to be more careful. They are expensive. Still want Boswell, though. Guys, don't buy these jerseys for super expensive price. I'm opening a store soon with some T-shirts and stuff. I am going to put the link also. I'm going to find it from my wife. But I know a place that you can get on the internet. They're authentic. You can pay like $35 and they are authentic. And I don't care what anybody says. My jerseys look better than the authentic jerseys. They're Nike, everything. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what it is, but they are cheap. But you can only get certain players at certain times. So they're definitely cheap. There's also a place down in Pittsburgh that sells these same exact jerseys I get for about $35. And there's no sense in paying hundreds of dollars for them. Mike, thanks for the reply. No problem. Stephen Carpenter, what's up? That thing is sick. Football legend. Sorry, guys. My thing goes. Jay Diggs, do you think we are going to get Ayuk? I don't know. That's what we were talking about earlier. I'd seen a rumor about a possible package up of Dan Moore Jr. Maybe. Maybe he's being dangled as trade bait. But is that wise when you have a lot of deficiencies at the offensive line already? Those are the things, you know. Those are the things you got to weigh in all of this. And is Brandon Ayuk enough for you to give up a shit ton? You know, that's the thing. 24K is giving you guys how to do that. So read his thing. Hold on. Let me see if I can pin his comment. Yep. All right. I pinned his comment. So if you guys want to know how to do that, you can do that. Beer Malls, I'm holding out, Jason. That's what's up. There you go. New sub here. Let's go Steelers. That's from TC. Well, welcome, TC. I really, truly appreciate that. Also, guys, I wanted to welcome, all you guys that were new members. Hold on. There was a lot on here. I had them here. I'm going to read them off on the Friday show. That's what I'm going to do. So every Friday, that's how we're going to start doing it. I'm going to read off our new members of the week. That's how we're going to do it. So our Friday show tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will read off all the new members for that week. And we'll give them a shout out here on the channel. Maybe Sean will want to join me tomorrow too. We'll see. Huh, Sean? Let's get McLaren for cheaper. I would. Yeah, I like Scary Terry. I wouldn't mind that. No doubt. All right, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Last night, we had almost 61 likes on our live stream, which was really, really cool. So let's do that again tonight. Let's hit those like buttons because it's free and it's easy and it's the best way to help your YouTube creators. So make sure you do that. Do the hitting the like business, man. Do it up. Who's your favorite player? Mean Joe Green's my favorite player, Mike. Okay, Sean's on tomorrow with me. I'll have Sean, and we will have a Friday show that will just basically be comments and stuff that you guys want to talk about, and it'll be a nice, fun chat, man. We'll see if anything exciting kicks off in Steelers world tomorrow to make it a really exciting show. So Sean will be with me tomorrow. I've got an old Troy P. Adidas jersey. I'll never get rid of that thing. Nice, Steven. I like that. My grandmother, who is 86 now, gave my son a jersey that was bought for her that was a Troy Polamalu jersey, and it's hanging on his wall. We are going to try to get it signed one day, hopefully. We'll see. All right, guys. It's been a little over an hour. We're going to start wrapping it up, guys. But make sure if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe because we are headed toward 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to email us at micdropsports@yahoo.com. Don't forget to like the videos. That is so very important, guys. Also, there's ways to support the channel in the bio. Again, thank you for yesterday's response on the video. We're starting to average nice amounts of views every day on the videos, and it's been really cool. So make sure. What happened with the Boyd thing? I don't know. It kind of just died out, Nathaniel. I thought it was going to happen, but it kind of died out. Paul Mall is your favorite. Yeah, we do need another slot like Hines. Ryan Hayes, I don't have any Steelers memorabilia, but maybe one day. Join the Mike Drop Mafia, man. You could get a chance to get one in the raffle. Maybe you get one for free. And guys, don't worry about shipping and handling because I'll pay that whenever you're a winner on the raffle of our giveaways. I pay that, so you don't even have to worry about it. It'll just show up at your door, and you'll have another cool piece of memorabilia. That's how it'll go. Uh, yeah, it's gonna work out cool. I think whoever gets the first one, man, it's gonna be cool. And whoever gets it, you're gonna have to send me a picture with you holding it up so I can pin it onto the channel so everybody can see who won. That'll be really cool. All right, guys, let's wrap this show up. I'm gonna go do some things. It's Thursday night. My kids got spelling tests and stuff tomorrow, so we got to get that study on. We got bass. We got all that. Dude, guys, before I leave, I made bomb ass steak sandwiches tonight too. Real ribeye, thin cut steaks. Man, Chef Boy RD up in this bitch. But anyway, guys. All right. Great turnout, guys. Thank you guys so much again. Don't forget to join me and Sean and I tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel, Mike Drop Sports for the show Steel City Live. Don't forget to subscribe and become a member of the Mike Drop Mafia. And don't forget, April 1st, Merrill Hodge live here on Steel City Live. And that's going to be awesome just ahead of the draft. So until tomorrow morning, peace.